Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, just welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to take some time. Oh baby, my dog just walked into my room. Look at him. Isn't he so cute? Don't mind me being all squealy back here. There's nothing that brings me more joy in this world than my dog keeping me company. Don't mind him. He's just gonna chill with me while I talk to you guys all about final season. Term 1 has officially ended, and now we are venturing into final season, the most wonderful time of year where students are stressed out about studying even more. Today, I wanted to share with you guys some things that I have found to personally help me keep pace with studying, but also stay motivated to study. It can be pretty overwhelming, and especially for somebody like me who never really had a big exam before I got to university, it was a bit of a shock to the system. The very first thing that I'm going to tell you guys when it comes to studying is to take breaks. They are so important because they give you the opportunity to just relax for a little bit, refresh, and refocus. The 3 R's. That's really important when it comes to studying a lot of different material for all of these different exams. More often than not, you're going to be studying for at least 2 to 3 different exams within 1 week, maybe spread out a little bit more than that, but either way, there's so much content that you have to focus on that if you just try to grind through it all, you are going to burn yourself out. The second thing that I want to share with you guys when it comes to studying for finals is to, well, I would tell you to make a study schedule, but I feel like I can't do that because I personally don't make study schedules. Making sure that you know what you have to do and when you have to do it is very important. So if that looks like making a study schedule for you, then great. If that just means kind of going day by day, seeing what you need to work on and what you need to focus on, by all means, do what you gotta do. I really need consistency when it comes to practicing new material and trying to understand concepts. For me, I find it to be really helpful to practice a little bit of the material each day, so that way I'm reinforcing the ideas over a longer period of time rather than just trying to cram it all in my head at the last minute. It may seem like a lot to focus on everything each day, but when you break it down and really think about what you can accomplish in a 3-hour window for one subject, it can be quite significant. During finals, there are no classes, so you have that extra time to focus on the areas that you need to and the content that you don't understand. I guess the next tip that I kind of have for you guys is to make sure that you are prioritizing what you feel is most urgent. There are things that you might need to work a little harder to understand and spend more time on to actually really hit home the concepts that you're trying to learn. As much as I have talked about dedicating a little bit of time each day to each of your subjects, it is important to recognize that you may not need to spend equal amounts of time on all of them. Recognizing what your priorities are is very, very important. One thing that I really like to focus on when it comes to studying for my exams are the learning goals. Learning goals are essentially all of the things that your profs expect you to take away from each of the units that you study throughout the term. And let me tell you, learning goals are your key to success. I never really paid attention to learning goals last year. Whoops. This year, that changed. Learning goals I found were a really effective way to focus on the key ideas and the key concepts that my profs want me to focus on. Use learning goals to guide your studying, and if anything, try turning them into exam style questions and seeing if you can answer them. The way that I like to approach studying for finals is usually going unit by unit. So I'll go through, review some of the key ideas, the key concepts, and then I'll do a set of practice questions. And then once I get to the end of that, what I like to do is usually write a little unit summary or recap and just again highlight the key ideas, the key concepts, and I will do that for each unit. Review sessions are my saving grace because they remind me of all of the things that I may or may not have forgotten. If your prof decides to hold a review session, go to it. Go to that review session. There should be nothing that stops you from going to that review session. Sometimes profs will offer like little hints here and there as to what you could expect on the final. So review sessions are often quite valuable because not only are you getting the time to review all of the concepts that you've learned throughout the year, but you may also get some extra little hints as to what you could potentially expect. And a little hint never hurt nobody. Given the circumstances that we're under right now with COVID and online classes, studying with people in person, 3D people, isn't totally an option. There are all of these resources available to you for you to study with people. It's great to have friends who are there to help reinforce ideas or explain concepts that you may not understand. And as much as these things may be obvious to you, it's really easy to hunker down and get focused and study on your own because you feel that that might be the best way to go. That's pretty much all I have to share with you guys today in regards to studying for finals. And there's so much more that I could share with you guys, but for the sake of time and not boring you to death, I figured I would just kind of keep it to the key things that I found to be really helpful and effective when it came to studying for finals and doing mostly well. The very last thing that I want to leave you with though is that your final grade does not determine your worth. And I know you've heard it so many times, but I'm gonna tell you again so I can drill it into your little noggin. I just wanna wish you the absolute best of luck in studying for your finals and actually writing your finals. I know it's stressful, it's overwhelming, but it's just an exam and you will get through this regardless of what that number at the end is. It's just a matter of time before you're off to winter break. So study hard, you guys. Make sure you take those breaks and do your best to socially study. Be productive, but socially study. That is all from me today, you guys, so I do hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or you can email me. Again, all the best to you in studying for your finals, and I'm wishing you guys an absolutely wonderful Christmas break. You certainly deserve it after this crazy term. Anyways, that's all from me today, you guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.